If you've been on this journey for any length of time, you know that the key to outer union is inner union. As a divine feminine myself who's gone through this process and who's still on this journey, today I'm going to get a message for you about how to achieve inner union. Hi everyone, I'm Aishwarya. I am a divine feminine. I'm an energy healer. I'm an intuitive empath. I'm a channel. I'm a medium. I do a whole lot of things, and I'm on this channel primarily to educate other people on this journey about what it really is about. If you're interested in working with me one-on-one, check out my website or my Etsy shop. I'm going to leave all the links down below. And let's get into today's message. So I want to first start by asking who this reading is for. And for that, I'm going to be using my Divine Feminine Oracle deck. So, Goddess, the Supreme Divine Feminine, please tell me who this reading is for. Who is this reading for? What collective am I tapping into? Which Divine Feminines is this message meant to reach, please? Okay. We have Saraswati, the goddess of self-knowledge. The essence of who I am flows effortlessly into everything I create. So this message is for the Divine Feminine that is standing in her self-mastery. This is for the collective of Divine Feminines that has already reached this certain level of self-mastery. Now, how you're going to know if you're part of this collective is if you had set a goal for yourself and you have effortlessly reached it. You've surpassed your own expectations, and this is not in an egoistic sense whatsoever. It's in the sense of knowing your worth, standing in your power, and really reassessing your self-concept, right? You have already done all of these things, and you are also firmly on your dharmic path. So if you're a divine feminine that's really focused on self-mastery and you've recently hit some kind of milestone that you're really happy about, you feel like a reward is around the corner from the universe, and you really feel like you're on your dharmic path, then this reading is for you. So I want to start by asking Spirit where the feminines are on their journey right now. So where is my collective of divine feminines, including me, on our spiritual journey now? Okay. Wow. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Cups. One more, Spirit, to clarify where this collective... Wow. We have the Five of Wands. So this is telling me a couple things very clearly right off the bat. So this collective of divine feminines viewing this video, you're standing very much so in your Queen of Pentacles energy, right? You're really standing, just like the Saraswati card spoke about before this, you're really standing in a certain level of self-mastery. And if you're not already here, you're about to get here. And you're someone who's really focused on yourself, you're focused on your dharmic path, and you're really thinking about how can I make a difference in this world? How can I make a difference in the lives of all those that I love, right? And you're really thinking of the collective, the bigger picture, right? And you're thinking about the future. You're really thinking about your own stability, your own financial stability, your success, your career, your dharmic path. And this has made you very magnetic to your divine masculine. That's where you are on this journey. You are in this Queen of Pentacles energy. You have fought for what you want. You have fought for everything that you believe in. And you're standing in your worth after having overcome this Five of Cups. And what this is really doing, sorry, this is the card, but what this is really doing is it's really bringing in your masculine. Now, we will speak about the masculine. We will ask about the masculine in a little bit, but I want to dig in a little bit more about where this collective of feminine energy is, where we're headed, what we should do to achieve inner union, right? So if you are resonating with this reading so far, then this message is for you. And I'm saying this because I feel like there's something really big on the horizon for this collective of feminines that are listening to this. Because while I've always been psychic, I've been on this journey for about 4 years now, close to 5 actually. Even so, I feel like my own connection with this journey is deepening. I'm feeling more called to post about divine counterpart messages. And if you scroll back to some of my older videos, you'll know that I used to speak about a diverse range of spiritual topics. But lately I've been called to post divine feminine, divine masculine messages, and that's no coincidence. So let's ask Spirit, what is the biggest lesson, or what is the biggest test that the divine feminine has recently passed? We have cards flying all over the place. So the recent test that the feminines have overcome is that this collective of feminines has gone through a hermit phase. You went through this phase of deep self-introspection. We also have with the hermit the Page of Swords. So when you were forced to be in this hermit phase, you were in this Page of Swords energy where you were adopting a beginner's mindset. You were really thinking about, if I have to do right by this journey, if I have to do right by myself, I'm going to start from the basics, right? You were looking at deep truths about yourself, and you really shifted from this Page of Wands to this Page of Swords to this King of Swords. These cards are of the same suit. We see this quantum leap in energy. During this hermit phase, so the question we asked was, what is the most recent lesson that the divine feminine has overcome? So you have recently gone through this hermit phase where you felt isolated, where you felt like you were forced to introspect, and you have just achieved this quantum leap from page energy to king energy, right? And what this is causing, so because you've really passed this test of self-mastery that's been coming up since the beginning of this reading, what's happening is we have the Three of Wands. This is the consequence of you passing this test. And what the Three of Wands talks about is that your ships are coming in. Now this could mean that you are achieving new levels of abundance. This could mean that you're achieving new levels of success in your career or your dharmic path. It could mean anything that you've been working on is about to come to fruition. So what I want to know next is, what should the divine feminine really do to make sure that everything that we've been working on comes into fruition in the near future? Okay. Wow, we have cards flying out today. So we have a bunch of cards here. We have the Knight of Wands and the Page of Wands. We have the Hierophant and the Six of Cups. So what this really talks about, divine feminine, is you have really been in this Knight of Wands energy, right? You started in this Page of Wands energy where you were really deep in self-exploration, you were deep in exploring what your passions are, you adopted a beginner mindset, and you made this leap into taking action on what you discovered you're passionate about, right? So in taking this action, you're going to really be reunited with all of the things that are dearest to your heart. So all of your heart's deepest desires are going to come to you when you really do this self-introspection. You discover what your passions are if you don't already know them. Because I'm channeling a message for a collective, some of you are still in this page energy. So really continue to dig deep and discover what your passions are. And so you can make this leap into this Knight of Wands energy, so you can take aligned action on your passions. And I'm being shown this really cute post that I saw this morning where this little girl asks Shiva, will all of my manifestations come to fruition? And Shiva says, yes, your manifestations will come to fruition as quickly as you take aligned action. So aligned action is directly related to your manifestations coming in. So the advice for the divine feminines to bring in all of these Three of Wands wishes that we've been waiting for is to really focus on what your passions are. If you don't already know them, do that introspection. Once you identify, take aligned action, because this aligned action is what's going to give you this complete fulfillment. Because Six of Cups is, in this context, the coming to fruition of childhood wishes and dreams. Things that we have held dear to our heart for a long, long time will come into fruition. And then we have the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is the High Priest. It talks about commitment. So what you need, divine feminine, if you are watching this video, this message is for you. Okay, what you need is to continue staying in the energy that you are in right now, because you've been working on yourself, you've passed a major test. Continue working on yourself, continue focusing on your passions, and most importantly, commit to this. Stay consistent and commit to this, because that's what's going to bring your wishes in. And this commitment to yourself, right, is really what's going to bring in inner union. Because what inner union is really loving yourself the same way that you love your counterpart, is showing up for yourself with the same dedication that you show up for others. And in this case, because you have already been doing that, you have already been focusing on yourself, continue to do that and see all of your creative endeavors that you're engaged in right now, see them through. Be consistent, commit to yourself. So if you've started a new diet, a new workout routine, a new habit, a new book, whatever it may be, don't think that it's something small, right? We are the sum of our habits. So whatever it is, see it through and commit to yourself, because committing to yourself is what causes that internal union that brings about external union. So I want to ask Spirit quickly, Spirit, do you have any other notes or messages for the Divine Feminine on how to really achieve inner union, like true and lasting inner union, please? Okay. We have the Ten of Pentacles. This is beautiful, because what the Ten of Pentacles really talks about is complete and total harmony within and without. And that's what we're talking about, right? Because the foundation of union is peace and harmony. It is unity. It is oneness. So the Ten of Pentacles is really showing me that stay hopeful, right? To achieve inner union, because a lot of times on this journey, we are pushed to our limits. We are tested so much that we discover strength that we didn't even know we had. So sometimes there is a tendency, especially for Divine Feminines, because we're the ones who are aware of why this is happening in most cases, there's a tendency for us to lose hope. There's a tendency for us to feel all doom and gloom. And I know I'm guilty of this. So what the Ten of Pentacles is really saying in this context is, as you're working towards inner union, stay hopeful, right? Stay hopeful about this journey and understand that above all else, you're doing this for yourself. So whether your masculine comes in or not, it really shouldn't matter, because you're doing this for your own benefit, your own growth, and most of all, your own evolution. So can you tell us a little bit more, clarify the Ten of Pentacles? We have the Page of Pentacles. Again, adopt that beginner mindset, because Divine Feminine, we have received 3 of the 4 pages in this reading. And pages are all about adopting that beginner mindset, about starting over, about being okay with learning new things and not being an expert at that, right? And so inner union, what I'm clearly getting is that Divine Feminines are very, very adept at many things. I'm a Divine Feminine, so I understand our energy. We're just built different, right? We're very quick to understand things. We're very quick to grasp new concepts. We're very empathetic with people. Our IQ is just as high as our EQ. It's really very wonderful being in this energy, and most of my Divine Feminine collective that's viewing this is in that energy, right? So what I'm getting is that because you are of a certain caliber, Divine Feminine, you're used to being good at things. So sometimes it might be difficult to adopt that beginner mindset, but that's okay. Just go easy on yourself, stay hopeful on this journey, and when you need a break, Feminine, just take it, right? And I also got the Nine of Wands. So what this is saying is exactly that. The Nine of Wands is a card of being tired. It's a card of being over it, right? I understand that sometimes this journey can be very difficult. It can be very draining. It can be a lot of things. I know that it is ultimately the best thing that we can do for ourselves, and it's ultimately the most amazing journey that you can be on. But while you're going through it, while you're in the trenches, I know it feels miserable sometimes. So what the Nine of Wands is coming through and really saying is, take a break when you feel like it, right? When you feel like you're worn out and you feel like you're burnt out, just take a break, be consistent, commit to yourself, and really just stay hopeful on this journey. Because also I feel like inner union is very imminent for this collective collective that's watching this video. Again, like I said, I've had a major shift in the recent past where I have been feeling called to post divine counterpart content. So I feel this intensity, this journey intensifying or gaining momentum for all those who are watching this message. Definitely leave me a comment below if you feel like this resonates, because most divine feminines here I know are very awake and very intuitive. So let me know how you've been feeling this energy. So I was just shuffling and I didn't really ask a question, but I like to do that when I'm channeling, because shuffling the cards keeps the energy cycling. And I received the Nine of Pentacles, right? The Nine of Pentacles is talking about you being in that queen energy. Like, I don't give a shit if my masculine comes in or not. I'm working on me because I am worth it. I deserve my energy, right? It's that card of independence, material success, and just being very financially stable and not really needing anyone. And I feel like along with this, we have the Four of Wands, which is the card of the twin flame union on the bottom of the deck. So I feel like what Spirit is coming through and saying is stay in your Empress energy, achieve this Nine of Pentacles state of balance and bliss within, and that's what's going to call in the grounded physical union. So I want to close out this reading by asking, how are the feminine's actions affecting the masculine at this time? Because what I feel is this collective of feminines has really been doing the work, right? That's how you'll know if this message is for you. Because I know that sometimes these twin flame readings can be overwhelmingly positive and we can kind of find it hard to believe it because the journey is so difficult and that's not been our experience. But I am strongly feeling that this collective that's viewing this energy that I'm tapping into is really for those who've been doing the work and who are about to receive big rewards. So Spirit, can you let us know how the divine feminine and all of the beautiful spiritual work we've been doing is affecting the masculines? Wow, we have the Chariot. So what this is doing, feminine, all of this work you're doing for yourself, all of the tests that you have been passing with absolute flying colors has been causing movement in this connection. So if you look at this particular depiction of the Chariot, the Chariot is being led by a snail. So this signifies that the movement so far, the journey so far has felt very slow. It's felt like nothing's happening and you're not really able to see this movement. But be rest assured, feminine, that we have death at the bottom of the deck. Be rest assured that your masculine has gone through this death process already, and they've already gone through the rebirth as well, and they're slowly moving towards you, and you don't see it just yet, but they're coming towards you. Your castle is here way in the background. So yes, this might feel like there's been a lot of delays, there's been a lot of waiting, there's been a lot of procrastination on the masculine side, but I feel like all of the work you're doing, and especially that divine unconditional love, kindness, compassion that you've been embodying, feminine, that's really been encouraging your masculine to come forward, albeit a little bit slowly. And we have the Sun and the King of Pentacles. This is perfection, because what this is doing is it's slowly helping the masculine realize that you are their sunshine, that you are their wish fulfilled, that you're their happiness, you're their joy. Like, look at this beautiful lady on this card. Like, this is how your masculine sees you, as this beautiful fairy, her crown open, a big halo around her head, a white dress. This could signify that they're also thinking about marrying you and giving you a higher level of commitment. Take that only if it resonates. It's only for some people. But regardless of what that is, the masculine has realized that they see you as their perfect match, that you are their sunshine, you are their ultimate happiness, and that is causing them to step into the King of Pentacles energy. And as we all already know, the King of Pentacles is the energy you want your masculine to be in, because this is the grounded king. He is the king that takes aligned action, that really sets his mind to something and achieves the goal. And in this case, the goal that the masculine is setting their mind on, I'm being shown that the masculine is zeroing in on a target, and that target is you, and they will do whatever it takes to come to you and make sure that this relationship is successful. So I wasn't planning to ask this, but something in the energy because I sense some movement, I'm gonna ask, what are the masculine's potential next actions? Spirit, please give me a clear and concise message. Wow. Okay. This is beautiful. And like I said, I shuffled for like less than 10 seconds and these 3 cards jumped out. So the next actions for the masculine is we have the Magician, the 3 of Swords, and the King of Wands. So what this masculine wants to do, if this message has been resonating so far, this is what your masculine wants to do. Your masculine wants to step into this Magician energy and alchemize this heartbreak, right? This heartbreak, they want to alchemize this grief, this sorrow that they feel from being without you, because they've realized that you're their sunshine, you're their happiness. They want to alchemize this. They want to have a conversation with you. They really want to turn this into the highest light using their magician powers. In this case, what are their magician powers? They're the masculine energy. It's their job to initiate union, right? That's what they're going to do. So the masculines are not only thinking about how they can remedy this heartbreak, how they can alchemize this heartbreak, they're also thinking about what action they can take towards you. Because the signs are very good here, because we had the King of Pentacles representing this divine masculine's energy just now, and now we have the King of Wands. So the King of Wands is the king of action. And in this particular depiction of King of Wands, this is beautiful because the king's heart is on fire. He is beating his drum. He is laser focused on his target and he is going for it. This card indicates movement forward. You can see this is not a stationary card. And in general, I think that the masculines are in a wonderful space, Divine Feminine. So whatever you've been doing in terms of focusing on yourself, please continue doing it, because I can clearly see that it's having an amazing effect on your masculine. So I'm going to close out by asking for any words of advice, Spirit, any final words of advice for my collective of Divine Feminines viewing this video. Wow. So we have the 7 of Wands. So the 7 of Wands in this case is really showing me that when you think that you have any kind of limitations, Divine Feminine, understand that those limitations are nothing to you. Because if you look at this this depiction of the 7 of Wands, this man looks like he is bending the bars, the prison bars very easily. So it just seems to me that whatever phase you're going through right now, you might encounter some little difficulties or little lessons. And if that happens, just understand that it's not really difficult for you to overcome this, and stay focused on the goal, which is to attain inner union, which is to show up on yourself, and everything else is really not an obstacle. Like, you're gonna overcome it very, very easily. And we have the 2 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, which is the underlying energy, which is the same thing. Find balance between head and heart. Find balance between material and spiritual, right? But honestly, Divine Feminine, I feel like this collective that I'm channeling for really has a firm head on our shoulders. We're really looking at everything very objectively. We're staying hopeful, and we're really in this place that's very close to attaining inner union. So I'm going to close out this reading by getting one affirmation card from this beautiful fun deck that I've been working with called the Wisdom of Alma. I really like the tone of this deck. It's very empowering and fun. So let's see what we have. We have, I set boundaries that honor my soul. My voice is open and communicates my true wants, desires, and needs. I say yes only when I authentically mean yes. I honor the boundaries that work for my highest self. I deserve boundaries that feel good. I love that. I deserve boundaries that feel good. This really sums up what we've been doing so far. We've been working on ourselves, we've been honoring ourselves, we've been showing up for ourselves, we've been setting good boundaries. So just continue what you're doing, Divine Feminine, and I feel like inner union is imminent, and we all know what happens when we achieve inner union. That immediately makes us very magnetic to our masculine, and it attracts outer union. So I hope that this reading was helpful. Again, if you feel called to work with me one-on-one, please check out my website. I do a lot of different kinds of healing work. So if you want help discovering your life's purpose, or you want to work on your divine love connection, check out my website. I'm going to leave the link in the description box below, and I will see you in my next one. Namaste.